Kabir was the kind of boy who was always almost there, almost home for dinner, almost replied to his mother's calls, almost finished his homework before falling asleep. He stayed late at school most nights, not studying, just not going home. His family had stopped waiting up. His little sister had stopped saving him food. He told himself he would fix it next week. He had been saying next week for 8 months. That night, he left school at 10 p.m. He pressed 14 in the elevator and leaned against the wall and closed his eyes. He did not watch the floor numbers climb. He never did. He had ridden this elevator 10,000 times. The doors opened. He stepped out without looking up. It was only when he reached for his apartment door and his hand touched the wrong wall that he looked at the display above the elevator. It read 13, and the doors closed behind him before he could turn around. He pressed the elevator call button. Nothing. He pressed it again. Nothing. He stood very still and looked at the corridor. Same carpet, same walls, same apartment numbers, same everything. He told himself, "You pressed 13 by mistake. Simple, the elevator will come." He pressed the button a third time. The light flickered. From apartment 1404, the apartment directly across from his, he heard the television. The same show his family was watching when he left that morning. He told himself that was also a coincidence. He walked to 1404 and pressed his ear to the door. His mother's voice. Laughing. Real. His key worked. He stood there for 10 seconds processing that one fact. The key to his apartment on floor 14 had worked on a door on floor 13. That single fact destroyed every explanation he had left. He pushed it open. His mother was in the kitchen. His father was watching the news. His sister was doing homework on the floor. Everything was warm and exactly as he had left it. And at the table, eating his food, wearing his clothes, was him. The other Kabir waited until the mother went back to the kitchen. Then he set down his fork, stood up quietly, and walked to the doorway. He looked at Kabir and said, "Come inside. They can't see you yet, but we should talk before they do." The other Kabir stood in the corridor doorway and kept his voice low so the family wouldn't hear. He said, "I'm not your enemy. I'm what happens when someone keeps not showing up for their own life. You kept missing dinner, missing calls, missing your sister's recitals, missing everything and telling yourself next week. So the house found someone who wouldn't miss them." He paused. "I'm not taking your life. You left it unlocked." Kabir wanted to scream it wasn't true, but he could not remember the last time he had watched his sister's homework without looking at his phone. He could not remember the last time he had sat at that table without wanting to leave. The elevator call button lit up on its own. The doors opened. Kabir stepped in and pressed 14. He did not look back. The doors closed. He rode up one floor. He walked to his apartment. He put his key in the lock. He went inside. His mother looked up and said, "You're late. Dinner is cold." He sat down. He put his phone in his pocket. He watched his sister do her homework. He was warm. He was present. He was home. On floor 13, a light went out. Whether it was the real Kabir who rode that elevator, nobody can say. But whoever came home that night never missed dinner again. And his sister noticed something different about him. She just couldn't say what.